Welcome to the Man Child Chronicles podcast, where four friends talk entertainment, fatherhood, and sports, all with sarcasm, comedic timing, and a healthy dose of toxic masculinity. Let's welcome our hosts, Ryan, John, Mike, and Jay. Growing up never took so long.
Hey, welcome in, cronies, to the Man Child Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, here with my three best friends, Michael, John, and Jay. And tonight, we're going to play Man Child Trivia. And we're going to do a bank or a draft. I knew I was going to mess up the intro of robbing a bank. And with us today is our best special friend, Ant-Man. Ant, what have you been up to lately?
I like the title, The Best Special Friend.
Legally, we have to say that, folks. It's a legal thing. He is our special little boy.
We
have, out of all of our special friends, you're our favorite.
Man, thanks for having me back. It's been a while. I feel like I thought maybe I did something wrong for a little bit. No.
Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you?
That's
so as long as we're not doing 90s country, Mike will jump in and sing all day long. So we just have to get that R&B. Michael Bolton. Yep, we got to get that R&B and some soft pop
of Captain Jack Sparrow.
That's my favorite. Just make sure I'm back when you do the Michael Bolton episode, please.
Oh man.
All right. Sounds great. Let's get into Man Child Trivia.
It's time to play Man Child Trivia.
Cronies, you know how the game works. We all have a topic. Tonight, I am going to do the farmer's market. John?
I'm going to come at you with things that are sticky.
Mike?
Interesting.
Tonight I will be doing the office trivia.
Oh. Jay.
Very nice. And I'll be coming at you guys with some trivia on holidays.
Wow.
Ant, do you have a topic, or are you just going to play with us?
I'm just playing, sir.
All right.
I'm the special friend who's just playing. Yes.
He's the special friend who's playing with us.
Let's do some calls. Let's do some call signs here. John, what's your call sign?
Yep.
Mike?
Ah!
Jay?
Woo!
Ant?
What?
In mine? Brother. All right.
And can I request you to change your call sign?
What would you like to do?
Because you do a really good yeah.
Yeah.
I would love
Dummies.
I would love for you to bring some LA Night into this.
Done.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. My trivia topics all have to do with the farmer's market. We love this time of year. Going to the farmer's market. Nothing better to do on a Saturday afternoon than grab the wife and get some vegetables and fruits and honey and who knows what else.
I need everyone to hold on. I know I'm old, and I talk regularly how old I feel. I eat Raisin Bran as my favorite cereal. I have yet to hit the age where I go, let's go to the farmer's market. So, Ryan, how old were you when you finally decided that was fun?
I've always liked the farmer's market. I'm from South Dakota, so grew up around farmers. My family farms, so I support the farmer's market. And when we lived in...
It was the only thing open on Saturdays where he comes.
Doesn't look like it.
It's true. It's true. If you've never been to a farmer's market, you probably haven't been to a good one. When we lived in Lincoln, Nebraska, that thing was an extravaganza. Every Saturday they had stuff for the kids there. There was all kinds of food, fresh food. You could buy. It was almost like an arts and crafts type thing too, but it was huge in downtown Lincoln every Saturday, so it was a really fun experience.
The Mennonite ladies on the pole.
Yeah, oh yeah, showing up to their kneecaps. It was wild.
Mennonite ladies on the pole.
Can I get a yeah?
We just found the title of this episode.
All right.
Oh man.
First trivia question. It's about sweet corn. What is the biggest height for a stalk of sweet corn? I have multiple choice here for you. A, 27 feet,
Thank
8
God.
inches. B, 35 feet, 3 inches. Or C, 19 feet, 10 inches.
What was A again?
27 feet, 8 inches. Somebody can give me this multiple choice. There you go. Mike.
I knew I was going to get picked anyway, so I was like, I'll just take the point. I'm going to go with C, 19 feet.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is B, 35 feet and 3 inches.
Wow.
That's a big stalk of corn.
Where does that grow? I have never seen
From the
corn
ground,
that tall.
John. They grow in the ground.
I know,
They
but
grow-
where?
That makes the movie Signs so much creepier. Just so we know.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. All right. Next. These are all multiple choice. Otherwise, it'd be too hard. What
Thank
is
you.
the biggest health benefit from watermelon? A. Reduces risk for several types of cancer. I gotta hold on here. Cardiovascular diseases and macular degeneration. Oof. Increases your endorphins by 63% when you eat, and cleanses, and C is cleanses your urinary tract.
Woo!
Jay.
That cleanses your urinary tract.
That is incorrect. It is A. Reduces the risk of several types of cancer. Helps with cardiovascular diseases and macular degeneration. Good old watermelon.
Interesting.
Everybody thought watermelon was just good because it was water, right? Nope. It's actually good for you.
That's what I thought.
All right. Question number 3. Where do tomatoes originate from? A, France. B, China. C, South America.
China.
Yeah.
Was that Ant? I heard yeah. I think it was John that said it. You're saying China? That is
No,
incorrect.
it was Ant.
South America. Researchers discovered
South America.
a tomato plant that had originated 80,000 years ago near Ecuador. Isn't that crazy? 80. How could
How
they
would you discover that?
some strand of tomato they dated all the way back to 80,000 years ago. Insane.
It was right next to the cocaine plant. Crazy stuff. Crazy.
All right, last question. Honeybees have to fly how far, and how many flowers do they have to visit to produce 1 pound of honey? A, 55,000 miles and 2 million flowers. B, 25,000 miles and 1 million flowers. Or C, 78,000 miles and 3 million flowers. Michael.
C.
That is incorrect. Boy, 0-4 for all you guys. It was A. They have to travel 55,000 miles and visit 2 million flowers just to produce 1 pound of honey.
And you know how pissed they are when we come steal all their honey too?
Oh, yeah.
No kidding.
Did all that work and you just took it all.
They better not go into my cupboards where my kids open them and then leave them there so they like ferment and get hard. They get really mad.
Oof.
You know how long it took me to make this honey?
Your kids
Now
take
you-
jars of honey into their room?
The little
You
teddy
know
bear. No,
how
in the cupboard.
stupid we are. You know how stupid we are, and why the heck would you make that trivia so hard?
Yeah.
Well, it was. I figured you guys were. I thought they were interesting facts, and I thought you guys might get one of them right. But you guys all
Save
are
it for
bad.
fun fact.
None of
Yeah,
you
it was
guys.
for fun facts, not for
None of you
trivia.
guys buy a lottery ticket.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, one thing interesting about honey, I want to say, is they use that as
Keep going, Ryan.
in the medieval times, and even before that, they used honey as currency.
We're
And
over
to
there
prevent
again.
and to prevent pregnancy.
Did that
Now
work?
I'm listening.
I have
Now
questions.
I'm listening.
I have questions.
Describe to us how this worked, Ryan.
It was very dumb. They put a dab of honey on a piece of cloth and wrapped it around the woman's belly, and they thought that would prevent pregnancy.
I don't know why
We've
they
gotten
keep
a lot
getting
smarter.
sire. Yeah.
Human race has gotten a lot smarter over the years.
It's all about hypothesis. You have to figure it out.
They were just
you don't know
guessing.
until you try it.
I think
try
that'll
this.
work.
Process of
Put a
elimination.
little bit of honey on that cloth and put it over a woman's belly. Yeah.
Try it and see.
Okay,
Alright.
John, you're up.
This is way dumber than what he did. So
Thank you, John. Thank
So,
you so much, John.
FYI, this is so dumb because I didn't have a lot of time to prepare, so I went really dumb with this. I only have one that's my multiple choice. So that my category is things that are sticky.
I'm nervous.
So question number 1.
Honey.
I was about to say honey. Oh, man. Good one.
This sticky item has a square design and comes in multitude of colors.
Brother.
Jay,
That would be the Post-it note.
that is correct.
Thank
I
you.
can't. Last time we played Man Child Trivia, when I listened back, I won every one of these, and everybody kept saying Jay. So I can't
Oh.
wait for this one. I said brother 8,000 times before you wooed.
And
Just 'cause you
my
say it
woo was
8,000
way out
times
there
doesn't mean-
before you, Nimrod.
All right, number 2.
Tough behind
This
that screen.
sticky item comes from trees and is a breakfast favorite. Michael. Was that your answer, Michael?
That would be sap or maple syrup or whatever you want to call it.
That is correct.
Wow.
Maple syrup. Question number 3. This baking item isn't sticky until you get it wet.
Yeah.
Woo!
And
Sugar.
you are correct. Sugar is
nice.
correct.
Nice.
All right, this is my multiple choice here, okay? Who invented Elmer's glue? Who invented Elmer's glue? A. Robert Elmer. B. Robert Elmer Jr. C. Robert Elmer III. D. Robert Oppenheimer. Or E. Ashton Stool.
Brother,
Ryan.
of course. I'm going to go with Robert Elmer. The first Robert Elmer.
That is incorrect.
That's
The
what I was
correct
gonna
name-
guess because you don't have 3 guys with the same name if it wasn't a dynasty.
That's what I thought.
The correct name is Ashton Stool. He invented Elmer's glue.
I figured it. I figured the Robert was all a faux pas. Good job, John.
It was a ruse.
Well done.
Well done.
All right. Question
Right.
number 5. Last
Oh,
question. And you have to answer this doing a Winnie the Pooh impression to get a point. What does Winnie the Pooh love to eat?
Brother.
Ryan.
Oh, bother. Honey.
That is correct.
Well done.
Good job,
Well
Ryan.
All right. That means that the turntables have tided over to me. People ask me all the time if I would rather be feared or loved. The answer is I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. That brings us to the office trivia.
Perfect.
I tried to make this not ridiculously hard, but medium hard. But I'm hoping you guys will surprise me and just sweep
Medium
the category.
Hold on.
We are in a
If
hold
he comes
position.
back with Michael Scott, I'm going to be so excited.
Little to the left.
He's got
You're right,
bobblehead,
I mean.
doesn't he?
Oh, he's got the Funko Pops.
Nice.
There's John.
All right.
So I did have Michael Scott just in Funko form.
Hold those up to the camera so we can see them. That is awesome.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Is that Jim?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 1. What, and all of these are multiple choice, by the way, so you cannot answer until after the multiple choice is completed.
Thank you for saying that.
Each multiple choice has 4 options. What is Dwight Schrute's middle name? Kurt, Kent, Kirk, or Kerm?
Yeah.
Ant.
A.
That is correct. Dwight Kurt Schrute. Question number 2. When Dwight is explaining his perfect crime, what is the name of the girl? Brittany, Tiffany, Melanie, Melody.
Brother.
Ryan.
Tiffany.
That is correct. Because he was referencing the chandelier and the daughter of the owner. Question number 3. Finish this classic Kelly Kapoor quote. Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number 1, answer A. Why would you do that? B. How dare you? C. How could you? D. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
J.
That would be B. How dare you?
That is correct. Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number 1, how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? Question number 3. What was the name of the a cappella group that Andy sang in? A. Sexy Pitches. B. Walkie Talkies. C. Here Comes Treble. D. Pitch Slapped.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, that was close. I'm going to go with J.
That would be C. Here comes treble.
That is correct. Here comes treble. Question number 4. When Michael and Dwight try to get Toby fired by planting drugs, what do they actually plant in his desk? A. A Cobb salad. B. Caprese salad. C. A chef's salad. Or D. A Caesar salad.
Yeah.
Ant.
B.
B. Caprese salad is correct. Very, very good. All right, I'm hoping this one will be easy. In season 1, episode 5, The Office debates if a certain actress is hot or not. Who is this actress? Reese Witherspoon, Hilary Swank, Amanda Seyfried, or Helen Mirren?
Woo!
J.
I love the Hilary Swank episode. I love it.
That is
So is she hot or
correct.
not?
She's hot as heck.
She's a female Boris Becker.
The game is not. The game
Boris
is
Becker.
not. What is it? It's
It's not
the
would
game
you
is
bang
she
her?
hot? Not would you do her? Respect the game.
Respect the game.
It's the game.
All right, good job, everybody. That's all I got.
All right.
Good stuff.
I have 5 questions, all of them surrounding the holidays. Only 2 of them will be multiple choice. I will tell you when that is. This is not that time. Which holiday is celebrated on February 2nd every year since 1877?
Yep.
John, before you answer, they did make a movie about this holiday.
Yeah, Groundhog's Day.
It is Groundhog Day. Good job.
It's Groundhog's Day.
This one is not multiple choice. Oh, yes, Ann?
I was going to ask if you're just going to ask the same question over and over again.
Nice. I'll just ask it in a different way.
Yeah.
Repeat. Number 2, which NFL teams have played every Thanksgiving since 1978?
Brother.
Yep.
Ryan. Sorry, Ryan.
Jeez. Oh, man. Okay, the Cowboys and the Lions.
That is correct.
I almost knew that.
I figured
Almost.
Ryan would get that one. All right, this one is multiple choice. If you know your presidents, you'll get it. Which U.S. president signed into law that Christmas, New Year's Day, the 4th of July, and Thanksgiving were national holidays in 1870? A. Abraham Lincoln. B. Ulysses S. Grant. C. Andrew Johnson.
Yep.
John.
Mr. Johnson.
That is incorrect. The answer is Ulysses S. Grant. That's why he's my favorite president now.
What a hero.
Okay.
What an American hero.
Merc.
What a legend.
Cool.
This one is also multiple choice. What is the best-selling Christmas single of all time,
I know
with
it.
over 50 million copies sold worldwide? A.
Yeah.
We don't need multiple choice here, pal.
Okay.
Oh, it was multiple choice. Sorry.
Do you want to just go for it, or do you guys want me to say my multiple?
Let him go for it, because I think most of us know the answer to this.
He's confident. Okay.
White
Go
Christmas.
ahead, Ant. Nope.
The answer
That's
is
not
Bing
it.
Cosby's White Christmas.
Is
Oh, it
it?
is.
That is the correct answer.
Yeah. I
I
thought
thought it was Mariah Carey.
I thought it was Mariah Carey too.
Did you?
My first choice A was going to be Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
All I Want for Christmas Is You, because I figured it would get you guys. But
Sorry, I screwed that up.
Ant, no, I feel like you deserve a bonus.
Isn't that Grandma got
That's
ran
good.
over by a reindeer?
Oh, that's a great
Grandma
one.
got ran over by a reindeer.
Coming home from my house, Christmas Eve.
Redneck 12 Days of Christmas.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
I guess I totally lied. There's 3 multiple choice. Last question and last multiple choice. How much candy is sold in the U.S. each Halloween? A. 6 million pounds. B. 60 million pounds. C. 600 million pounds. Or D. 1.6 billion pounds. Michael.
You used this on a previous episode for something, and I don't exactly remember the answer, but I think it's C, the 600 million.
Michael, you are correct.
Did I get back to 0?
Look at that.
All right. And doing the scores. John, you are at 0 points.
Nice.
Michael, you are at 0 points.
Yes.
Nice.
Ryan, you are at +3 points.
Hey-oh.
Jay is at +3 points. And our guest, the Ant-Man, got +4 points. Ant-Man wins.
Wow. And this might be the first time in history nobody had negative points in Man Child Trivia.
Very impressive.
In 82, 83 episodes. That's the first time.
All right, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Want to see the funniest and best moments from all the Man Child Chronicles? Be sure to follow on social media. You can find the Man Child Crew on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Like and follow today so you don't miss anything that happens in the Man-Child universe.
All right, cronies. Some people like mustard. Let's get into it.
The Weekly Mustard! Stories that make life tangy.
All right, the weekly mustard. I don't have a lot of weekly mustard. I just want to start with Ant. And Ant, just 2 or 3 weeks ago, you and Michael got to go to the fine, safe city of Detroit to go to SummerSlam. Tell us about that experience.
I mean, SummerSlam. Traditionally, SummerSlam, I think, is probably my favorite pay-per-view. I know WrestleMania is the big one, and that I've been to that before, and it was a lot of fun. But SummerSlam is my favorite to watch, and it didn't disappoint. I thought the ending of it was. I mean, now we're kind of seeing where the bloodline is going, but that one kind of left us going, wonder what they're doing next. But because it seemed kind of off from the run that they had been on. Other than that, I mean, Logan Paul kicking things off that was probably my favorite match of the whole thing. And I mean, I know he's getting a lot of eyeballs on WWE or just wrestling in general, but the dude is a legit superstar. I mean, whether you get cheered or booed is kind of the level of either one of those kind of dictates where your standing is. And there was a video I had of a guy that, like, you think that he ran over that Logan had ran over his dog, because he spent the entire night F-bombing Logan Paul even after he had left the building, and he's sitting just right by us. It was fun crowd watching. I think we had a lot of fun because it goes from one end to the other. I mean, you have people that are rolling in, G-Wagons that roll up to this thing, and you have people who didn't pay a light bill to be able to come to this thing too. So that's what I love about pro wrestling, is that it kind of caters to everybody. It's not just to one particular demographic. And we had a lot of fun at it. And it was Detroit. It's probably the only time I'll ever visit Detroit. Nothing bad about Detroit. It just wasn't on my bucket list. What I did love about it has been 107 degrees every single day in Texas, and getting to Detroit, I think the high was 87 while we were there. So nice. I could handle a little bit more of that, but it was a fun trip. Had a good time.
Now, on your super popular podcast, Wrestle Chat podcast, you gave away tickets for this show. What was that experience like for those winning those tickets?
Man, they seem to be just super jacked. The sister won the tickets for her brother. Her brother is the big fan of the family, and when he did tell us, he looked at me and he said, "So you're the Ant-Man?" I was like, "Yeah." And he looked at Michael and goes, "You're Michael." Michael said, "Yeah." And he goes, "You need like Michael the Butcher or something like that at the end of your name." So we may have to rename Michael, but he was brother and sister went. They had an amazing time, or seemed to, and just ecstatic to be at the show. And they're actually from about 45 minutes, an hour away from Detroit. And so it wasn't a long trip for them. And they seemed to enjoy it. It was really fun for us to be able to give those away. And we'll be doing more of that coming up on the extremely popular From Your Mouth to God's Ears podcast, Wrestle Chat podcast. So yeah.
Now, if I'm understanding correctly, you already have or getting ready to do a little bit of a programming adjustment for Wrestle Chat too. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we had some very constructive criticism that came across our comments section not too long ago that said I'll paraphrase, "You should quit and go to work at McDonald's." So we did the opposite. We actually started doing more of them. So now we're kind of separating things up. And on Tuesday, you get a recap of Monday Night Raw. So if you're a big fan of Raw, then that's the one that you can check out. On Thursday, we do one that's a recap of AEW Dynamite. So if you don't care about Raw, you don't care about SmackDown, you really love AEW, Thursday's your show. And then on Saturday, of course, we recap Friday's SmackDown and kind of just filter in some other things that have happened throughout the week. So now there are 3 episodes. So come on, criticize us. We'll do more episodes. Appreciate the comments. Keep those coming.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Awesome.
If you smell.
Love that. Well, as Ant said, we got to go meet some cool people, hang out at a wrestling event. That kind of capped off a very long, 12-day period for me. In that 12 days, I'm going to count layover cities as well. But I was in Charlotte, Columbus, Ohio, or Charlotte, North Carolina, Columbus, Ohio, Nashville, Tennessee, Detroit, Michigan, Chicago, and maybe that was it. So in a 12-day period, I was in all of those locations, and I was traveling for work and doing all kinds of stuff. I didn't see my family very much, and so I got to experience what it was like to live out of a suitcase. And I'm here to report to you guys, not a fan, not fun. But it's nice to be home after all that traveling, and got to meet some cool people along the way. Made some new friends, both business and personal. And so, yeah, excited to be back in the podcast groove at home. And but yeah, it was a lot of fun traveling all over the place, experiencing different temperatures other than blazing hot pit of hell. So,
Man.
Mike's been everywhere, man. He's been everywhere. We did family movie night, and we couldn't decide what to watch. So, of course, we watched Don't Tell Mom, The Babysitter's Dad. Did anybody ever see that movie before?
Great movie.
It's been a while, but yeah.
I was
Great
worried.
movie.
I haven't watched it since it came out in 1991. That's probably the last time I watched it. And for some reason, I had thought there was like these huge legs that were boring in the middle. Boy, did my kids love that movie. They thought it was the best.
That's awesome.
And they asked if
I
you
haven't
could
seen
really
it in
do
forever
that.
either.
They asked if you could really do that with a dead body back then. If somebody died, because they just put it in a case and take it to the mortuary and put nice old lady inside, died of natural causes.
That's awesome. Ryan, you know the age of my children all the way down. Forget the 2-year-old, but my 7-year-old. Is it appropriate to watch as a family movie night? Even for my family?
There's nothing bad in it at all. I was worried because I think it was rated PG-13, but I think today it would be rated PG. There was really nothing bad in there.
Okay. I think we're going to have to add that to the list. I had kind of forgotten all about that movie, and then I saw it the other day. I can't remember what streaming channel I was on, and
It's
I
on
saw
Hulu
it, and I was like,
yeah, it's on Hulu and HBO right now.
yeah, it opened up a bunch of memories. I remember watching that with my mom and John as a kid. That's fun.
Yep. That's cool.
My youngest daughter had never seen Wizard of Oz. We watched that the other night.
That should be rated R. Jeez.
What did her first time watching it? What did
That movie's a trip.
Yeah.
I always like to see kids' reactions the first time they watch that movie.
Yeah.
What was her reaction to that movie?
It's funny. The first thing she just turned 9, so she was watching. She goes, "Oh, finally in color." Oh,
Oh, nice.
so the first part's in black and white, and then of course
Yeah.
the Oz part goes to color, and of course my wife had to explain, honey, that's how everybody used to watch TV. It was always in black and white. She's so boring.
It's so boring.
So she was probably thinking at the beginning of that movie, what is Dad making me watch right now?
Yeah.
Oh
She
my
kind of was. She's
God.
like, what is going on? Yeah.
Nice.
That's awesome. So I don't have much either in the way of life stories, but I did have something kind of dumb happen at work. So we've got this youth that works at our place. A youth? You guys know what a youth is?
Donkey.
No, it's a fancy way of saying youth. Anyways, it's a youth. He's a part-time kid. He kind of cleans up around the production shops. Well, they were having a slow day, so they decided to bring him into the office. I think I've only met him like once. Anyways, he's walking around. He's spraying the wood doors. He's spraying the baseboards and cleaning. He even sheepishly knocked on my door and was like, "Can I spray and clean your door?" I'm like, "Yeah, kid, come on in. It's not a big deal. Just shine my shoes when you're done, you peasant." Anyways, the office is pretty decent sized. There's a lot of men that work in the office. We do
My name's
have
Jay. I work in a big office, a big corner office.
big corner office. I share an office space just so we're clear. I don't have my own. Anyways, the men do outrule the women. And I want you guys to understand that because downstairs we have a men and women's bathroom. Well, there's a rule. If you have to use the restroom, you go to the men's room, it's occupied. You can use the women's if you need to. Well, let me tell you, I needed to. And I usually have a personal rule. I try to just keep it to number one. I only go into the women's room if I have to go number one. But that other day I had to go number two. So I go ahead and I go into the women's room and I'm like, well, let me just hurry this along. And I'm in and out of there maybe 3 minutes tops. I get done. I head back to my office and I'm like, whew, everything's good. I'm working on my computer. My door knocks. I'm like, yeah, come on in. And it's that kid. And he walks in. He goes, who's Jay? And I go, me, I'm Jay. What's wrong, man? And he goes, did you just use the women's bathroom? Yeah, I did. And he goes, that's unacceptable, bro. Okay? Unacceptable. And just like gags and runs out of my office. My office mate was crying tears of joy while I just sat there after getting roasted by this kid. And I'm like, wow, I lost all my pride in that moment. So anyway.
Is that like the moment where you like act like it's all fine and cool, but then you get in your car to go home and you're just like, thinking on it, like I did something wrong.
I think about it every day for the last week. I mean, it hasn't left my mind.
You just can't escape it. You always think you're less of a man now because of the way he reacted.
So how would the kid know that? How would the kid know your name and that you use the bathroom?
Yeah, great question. So as I was going into the women's room, one of the trust manager actually saw me going in there. So I've already yelled at him for throwing me under the bus because he backed up pretty hard, and I didn't think it was that bad, but
so that guy just go around the whole office and say, "Did you know Jay just used the women's bathroom? Hey, did you know Jay used the women's bathroom?
Totally did.
yeah.
Send an email to everybody.
Yeah, and I obviously stunk it up. So yeah.
See, if you would have used some poopery, then you would have gotten away with it. Sponsor us,
right.
Poopery.
That would be a perfect skit for that Tim Robinson show on Netflix right there.
You're not wrong.
And then the next day he comes to the office, they got a bunch of feminine products on the desk for him and stuff like that.
Dude, that's funny.
I don't have a whole lot for mustard. I honestly didn't have anything until we started talking, and then I thought of something. I've been on airplanes too, flying for my new job. And one of the things I've realized is when they talk about the safety instructions for airplanes, you know, they're like, make sure you have your seatbelt on, make sure you use your seat as a flotation device. When the mask falls from the sky, put it on your face. That's like best case scenario for your plane wrecking and you surviving, you know, like it's just all like one big hoopla. Like if this plane's about to crash into a mountain or into the ocean or something like that, you know, like, is it really going to matter? Like, is it going to matter that I'm buckled in? Will I survive? I think the whole idea of the masks falling down is just to distract you from you're about to crash and die. Yes. So you're not worried about anything else. I think it's just all there. So you're just like panicked about, I can't get the mask on. I can't get the mask on.
Well, and the dumb thing, John, the other day, you guys know I flew a lot too. The other day I got in the plane and I was like, all right, so where's the flotation device? And I was like, trying to make sure I knew where it was, and I thought, I'm not flying over an ocean. I'm not going over any body of water. Why do I need to know this? And I kind of had that same epiphany. They're just trying to distract me. Yep. It doesn't matter.
Well,
I'm like, this is great, but if something bad happens,
educate you guys a little bit, what you may not know.
Thank you, Michael.
Because I looked into this because I had the same questions. So planes, the controls for planes are still 100% mechanical. They are not electronic. Therefore, unless some super mutant goose takes off an entire wing or something like that, even if the plane goes completely dead, the pilots can bring the plane to the ground and coast to try and bring the plane to a stop. So again, short of a huge explosion or losing a wing entirely, you actually stand a good chance of needing those things. The seatbelt will keep you in your seat when the plane, you know, floats onto the ground. If you're in a body of water, that type of thing.
Mike.
But here's the thing. What I learned to go off of your story, John, what I learned is that they really do talk about that every single time. And
Every
now I
single
know
time.
why people tune out because
Yep.
when you're on the third flight of the day with the same airline, I wish you could just get like a card that says, the Ron Swanson, I know more than you, leave me alone.
Just imagine you're about to crash into a mountain or the ocean and the radar's going off. The plane's just flying to the ground. They're like, oh, get that mask on your face. You'll be good.
You know, I'm surprised you guys don't know this. I'm going to blow your mind here for a minute. There's a well-documented series about this. You can look it up if you want. About a FedEx worker that got into a plane crash and used a flotation device to survive. And he actually survived on an island.
That's right.
And the only thing that kept him alive was he had to deliver this package, and he did it. He did it, and he
did it.
they made a movie about it, pretty accurate, called Castaway.
Yeah, but he wasn't buckled into a seat.
Yeah, he was.
Days
He
late.
cut it open, didn't he, with his knife?
Seatbelts cost more lives than they save.
I think the funniest part the funniest bit I ever saw of that is he delivers the package. I can't remember if it was Family Guy or what it was, but he delivers the package and they're like, oh, awesome. And they open it up and it's all this survival gear and everything he could have used on the
It's my
island.
satellite phone I ordered years ago.
They're like, it's my satellite
That was
phone
the,
and fire starter and it's all this
I
stuff.
think that
And
was
he's
the MTV Movie Awards. I think it was the spoof they did for the MTV Movie
Oh,
Awards.
that's
so
hilarious.
funny.
All right. We'll take a quick break and we'll get right back with the draft. All right, cronies. It's draft time.
It's draft time.
That's right, it's draft time. Here's how it works. Each player will get 4 picks to create the best lineup for today's topic. Once the teams are selected, the Man Child universe gets to decide which person takes the win.
Tonight, we are doing a bank robbing draft.
Here
You
we
have
go.
to draft an accomplice, a weapon, a vehicle, and a getaway or hideout plan, what you're going to do after you steal the money.
Boom.
Tonight's draft order, we're going to pick right now. I'm writing my numbers down. All right, Ant, since you're our guest, go ahead and pick a number 1 through 5.
3.
3, you got pick number 2. John, 1, 2, 4, or 5.
4.
You got pick number 4. Mike, 1, 2, or 5.
I will take 2.
You got pick number 3.
Okay.
Jay, 1 or 5. This is what happened last time. You picked the wrong one.
Ryan, I will defer picking number 1. I will let you pick number 1. I will go last, number 5.
You're picking the number 5.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna draft
Play
number
the
5.
game.
I want to be
You're
last.
Okay, I'll do number 1 then.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm way too nervous to go number 1 tonight. There's so many ways my draft can go. So
All right.
I've gotta
I'm glad I
I've
got
gotta
pi-
hear people's
I
thoughts.
am glad I got pick number 1 because I'm going to take my accomplice. I have some great names written down for accomplice, but I like one more than the other because I want to take somebody that has real life experience, that can handle himself and drive my getaway vehicle no matter what it is. I'm taking Dominic Toretto.
Ooh.
Now we said
Dom.
for this draft that there was no superpowers, and some might
That's right.
consider Dom's ability to drive a superpower.
That's true. That's not a good pick, Ryan. You can't do that. I'm kidding.
His superpowers is family.
It's all about family.
Superpowers, family.
Family.
I'm always thumping. I'm always thumping.
All right, who's up?
So I'm number 2,
Yeah.
right? So I'll pick another
Yep.
accomplice.
You can pick
Any
any of the
category
4
you want.
categories.
I can pick what now? Say again.
You can pick either an accomplice, or you can pick a weapon, or a getaway vehicle, or your getaway plan.
You don't have to do it in
Hideout,
any
whatever
order.
you're doing.
Okay. I'm going to go accomplice. So I'm going to go Chuck Norris.
Oh,
I won.
You can't go wrong with Chuck.
Hold on, that's an accomplice and a weapon.
My weapon is Chuck Norris.
My getaway
Getaway
car,
vehicle,
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
My plan, Chuck Norris.
Freaking Norris.
Bingo.
Nice.
I like it.
All right, is that me?
You're up,
Mhm.
Mike.
Ryan, Ant, Mike, John, Jay. All right, I am also going to take my accomplice. I wanted to create a unique scenario for my bank robbery. I will admit it's probably not holistically based in reality. I was probably thinking about it more like a movie per se. So
Yeah.
I realized that I'm not actually trying to rob a bank with this lineup, but I wanted it to be kind of fun and whimsical.
Yep.
Which is why I have selected as my accomplice none other than Mr. Steve Buscemi.
The actor, Steve Buscemi.
Just the actor, not any character he's played.
Okay.
I'm taking
Yeah.
just
Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
And I thought you were going to say Steven Seagal for a second. I thought, oh, we're going to meet up at the same bank robbery and have a fight.
The battle of the roundhouse kicks.
That's right.
I'm going to take my
I'm sure
car
John-
off the board.
I'm sure John and Jay are very disappointed because Steve Buscemi was probably high on their list. So good pick there.
was very up there.
I'm
Very
going to
up
take
there.
my, kind of like Mike did, I wanted to go fun and whimsical with this idea. So I'm going to take my car off the board, and that's going to be the DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future. That will be my car.
Suck!
The
I had that
DeLorean
written down.
Time machine.
That's a good pick. I didn't even have that written down.
But
Son
it's
of a
just
gun.
the DeLorean, right? Because it's a real life scenario, so it's not actually a time machine.
Technically,
is that
he
a
said only
superpower too, right?
persons couldn't have powers. He never said anything about cars not having powers.
wow.
He's right.
That is
That's
true.
all the
He's
guidelines.
right.
Trickery.
DeLorean time machine
Straight
off
trickery.
the board.
Straight
All right.
John always
trickery.
finds the loopholes every time.
Every freaking time.
Our drafts are going to have to end up being like 6-page contractual document. Highlight
Read
every
the fine
single.
print, please.
He'll still find something. He'll find a loophole. No, that's fine. I have a fun idea. I'm gonna keep rolling with my fun idea as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my getaway vehicle, and my getaway vehicle is a submarine, not made by Ocean Gate. I have to clarify that. But it is a submarine. My weapon of choice for my draft is going to be sleeping gas.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
All
took
right.
a submarine and
'Cause who
sleeping
wouldn't?
gas.
Who wouldn't take a submarine?
I took a submarine and I took my weapon, sleeping gas.
I'm very curious how you're going to get to the submarine after you rob a bank.
I'm very curious how sleeping gas will work underwater, unless you're robbing Atlantis or something. Where
Well, we robbed the bank. It's near an ocean, Ryan. I hop in my submarine.
hold on, you can't give away your details yet.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah,
Wait till the
but-
end.
but
Wait till the
there.
end.
Okay.
Or I'll
But yeah,
draft what it is. You give it away. I'll take it.
Okay.
While we're waiting till the end, I'm going to Google how long it takes to get a submarine prepared to go underwater.
There you go.
Not very long, Ryan. Ask Ocean Gate. Not very long.
All right. I'm going to take my accomplice now. I need somebody who knows how to work that dang DeLorean time machine. So I'm going to take Dr. Emmett Brown. Doc Brown.
Okay.
Great
okay.
Scott!
1.21 gigawatts. All right. It is back to me. I am going to take my... What do I want to take? I'm going to take my vehicle. And since John took the DeLorean, I am going to take Michael Keaton's Batmobile.
Not conspicuous at all. Nice pick.
Mm-mm.
Nobody's going to... That's going to be easy APB. Look for a Batmobile. 89 Batmobile.
Isn't that only a one-seater?
Christian Bale's Batmobile was way better, right?
Yeah, but there was something beautifully phallic and beautiful about Michael Keaton's Batmobile.
Now, is Steve Buscemi going to be in the Batmobile with you, or is he your fall guy that you pin the whole thing on at the back?
I'm just saying the details have to wait till later. I'll create a little story around it.
All right, I'm going getaway vehicle 2, and it is Kit from Knight Rider.
Ah, very good
nice.
choice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
All right. I got back-to-back picks. I will take my weapon. I will take the most common gun in the world, a Glock, for my weapon. And my getaway vehicle, I will take the most common vehicle in the world, a Toyota Corolla.
That's awesome.
I don't think Dom would get in one of those, man.
You chose the wrong accomplice, man.
Dom's foot goes through the floorboard of the Corolla.
It's going to be a souped-up Corolla. It's going to be all cool.
I've never put it.
big. Everyone's thinking big and whimsical, and you start off with Dom Toretto, and then go with a Glock and a Corolla.
I've never seen anybody put a turbo on a Corolla before, but I guess we're going to see it now.
Oh man,
There's not going to be room for the cash. I have 4 tanks of NOS in the back of that thing.
Surprisingly, a lot of space in the trunk on a Toyota Corolla.
Got it. Cool. For weapon, I think I'm going to go with an EMP.
Oh
man.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. All right. I am up now, and I'm going to take my...
Hold on.
Yes.
Does that EMP affect Kit after you use it?
Mm-mm.
No?
Not
Okay.
yet. Mm.
That's
why.
Sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to take my weapon, and for my weapon, I'm going to go with the box from the movie The Box, where it's the button that kills one random person in the world.
Got it.
And so I'm going to walk into the bank and I'm going to say, everybody get on the floor. If I push this button, one of us might die.
You want to take that chance?
Don't make me do it.
I can just see it. I can see it now. They're all sitting there going, I don't believe it. And you hit it, nobody dies. You're like, oh, great. One of these guys got to die. Somebody's got to do it.
It's like 5-6
Eventually,
times.
the box will come for you.
Just people dying everywhere.
Now, the whole point of the movie, The Box, is after you press a button, somebody close to you, like your child or your wife or somebody close to you family-wise, that dies. Just so you know.
I like this box.
Oh, make
some
them push
random
the
person
button.
in the world.
So yes, I'm taking the box from the movie The Box.
Perfect.
For my weapon, I'm going to go with TNT or explosives, something to make a big bang, big grand entrance and exit.
Well, you got to make it clear here. TNT. Well, did everyone already take a weapon? Yes. So John. Okay, so just TNT explosive. Nuclear warhead is an explosive.
Good. I mean, technically, that time machine is.
You gonna take a nuke? That's what you should take.
All right,
Okay.
Jay.
I'm up. I'm gonna finish off my scenario here. So, just so we're clear, I took that submarine. You do not have to have special powers to drive a submarine or even lessons. Ocean Gate proved that. So I don't need someone to drive the submarine. I'm going to drive it myself. But I'm not too good with sleeping gas. So I'm going to take the best thief in the world who's also really good with sleeping gas. And that's Dominic Cobb from the movie Inception. And so I'm taking... played by Leonardo DiCaprio, if you guys don't know. So I'm taking Dom Cobb from Inception. We're going to put the bank people to sleep. Not just one layer of sleep, many layers of sleep. And
A dream within a dream?
We will plant the ideas that they're going to give us that money, which they wake up and will. And we are going to walk across the street, hop into our submarine that I will drive to our hideout getaway place. And that is going to be to the Corn Islands off of Nicaragua. Now, Nicaragua is known for telling the U.S. no in extradition cases. So I'm going to give the Nicaraguan government plenty of reasons to say no. Money talk, son. Money talk. That's my plan.
Wow.
Okay.
Very elaborate. Well thought out.
Submarines take 30 seconds to 5 minutes to submerge. So very good there.
Thank you.
Also, I don't know how far Nicaragua is, but I don't know. Can a submarine make it that far? You have to
I
stop
did
off?
my research. I've already made my research.
It's already planned.
I had to look up. I've planned this out, Ryan. Trust me, I'm going to.
He learned how
Corn
to
Island.
drive a submarine.
Yeah,
It's that
in
little
the-
joystick controller that they use
I
with
play
Ocean Gate.
PlayStation all the time. I'm good. I know how to. I'm going to actually use a
Play
brand name
PlayStation all
controller
the time.
too.
Oh my
It'll
God.
be dual
is this
shock and
working?
everything.
He forgot to charge it.
It starts vibrating. You know you're by a herd of jellyfish. Oh no!
Oh, live your rest of your life with Leonardo DiCaprio. Nice.
All right.
Enjoy.
Here's the Back to the Future bank heist, I like to call it.
Mhm.
I'm going to get my accomplice, Doc Brown. We're going to get in the DeLorean time machine. We're going to use some TNT, maybe strap some on our chest to look like real crazy people. Do a little couple explosions, get inside the safe, get the money, and then we're going to go hide out in the past with that money.
Hmm.
And we're going to invest in the stocks. We're going to grow that money, and we're going to become rich.
Do you think anybody's going to question the dates on the dollar bills you stole in the past?
I was wondering.
That's what money laundering's all about.
Okay. As long as you can pass
Good
all those
call.
bills, I guess.
I mean, if you were going to the past anyway, did you really need to rob the bank in the first place when you could just manipulate the stock market having a time machine?
But this is a lot cooler to rob a bank than go to the past.
It's a lot cooler.
Are you-
I mean, you could have done this
Anyway,
whole thing with $5.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Maybe that's all we're taking after we blow up the bank.
Are you getting the TNT from the Back to the Future 3 place, the Western?
Yeah, might
It's a
as
good
well.
question.
Mm.
It's a good
Great
question.
All right. Well, only thing I have left is my hide yawn. It's a thing. I
You
don't know what it
always
is.
yawn.
I don't know what it is.
He does it on the
Um,
Wrestle Channel podcast all the time too. So.
It's just going to
and
be
just
my
so
thing.
you know, it's not you, it's him.
Okay, got
We should call it like Michael's cute yawn moment or something of the show and have a little.
Michael's cute.
I think what we
yawn
start,
moment.
here's what we both of us should start doing is a slow-mo yawn. When you do it, you get a slow-mo. You get to take that footage and it's stretched out over.
Yeah.
That would
That'd
be
be
good.
fun. So anyway, here's how it's going to go. I am going to pick up Steve Buscemi in my Batmobile from Michael Keaton's Batman movie.
Mhm.
I'm going to drive to the bank. I'm going to run in, state my demands, and say, I have a weapon with me. It is this button that might kill one of you if I press it. So I'm going to be holding them hostage while I get the money. We're going to get the money. We're going to run back out to the Batmobile. Of course, we're going to have to strap the money to the top of the Batmobile, and Steve Buscemi is sitting in my lap because it is a one-seater. And then for our getaway, we are going to travel to Dr. Evil's volcano lair. And we're going to lay low in Dr. Evil's volcano until everything blows over and we can enjoy our money. And during such time, Steve Buscemi and I realize that we've always loved each other, and we spend the rest of our days together.
Well, we had a chance to get Steve on the show, and he's like, no, not anymore.
Never mind.
I never want to meet that fan.
With that hard pass.
Hard pass.
Sorry, Steve. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Okay, so what? Chuck Norris and I walk in. We don't say anything. Just push the EMP.
People know.
They just know they're all paying attention to him. Doors of the safes open. We march in, get those, throw them in Kit. No, the car works except for Kit, so we just drive away. And I'll be honest, I didn't plan this this too far out. I'm thinking Robin Hood into the whole thing, though. I think it's just giving it all away. Just make it rain while you're driving by. People forget about their car not working, forget about their phone not working. Just raining cash from the sky.
For a moment, everyone's like, Chuck Norris is a bad guy? And then you go and do something like that and totally redeem yourself.
See, I knew.
You knew.
Good old Chuck Norris.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll finish mine off here. I'm going to go with my buddy Dominic Toretto. We're going to have a couple of Glocks to go in there. We're going to rob the bank and steal and get away in our Toyota Corolla. Nobody's going to be able to figure out why, the cops are going to be looking for some awesome vehicle. We're going to be in this silver Toyota Corolla. And then we are going to buy a laundromat and a car wash to use to launder our money and live a long,
like physically or metaphorically,
life.
Since you're buying a laundromat.
Metaphorically, because laundromats and car washes are two of the most profitable businesses you can own. So very easy to launder the money. Yep.
It is indeed.
So you're telling me Dom Toretto, who does all these Mission Impossible style scenes and heists, is going to help you rob a bank so you can invest it in a laundromat and a car wash.
If the only reason I picked him, if things do get hairy while we're in the Toyota Corolla, he can probably get away from the cops.
Well, it still is a Toyota Corolla. You go from 0 to 60 in like 20 seconds.
Nobody's going to suspect a Toyota. They're going to be looking for 8,000 Toyota Corollas in the city.
You're going to be yelling, Dom,
That's right.
floor it. He'll be like, I am. I am.
Hit the NOS stop and it goes up to 80.
The whole car's vibrating about to
Backfires.
I do have a couple of honorable mentions I do want to mention. I'm sure we all
Please.
do. So a couple of my accomplishments, I had Memphis Reigns from Gone in 60 Seconds. And Robert McDougal from Entrapment. Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
For a getaway vehicle, I also had if Toyota Corolla got taken, just in case.
I had
Honda Civic.
I had a used Dodge Caravan with the little family figures in the back and a school sticker on the back window.
Yeah,
and my other getaway honorable mention was I was going to build a false wall in the sewer system and hide all my money back there till a later date.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
Few honorable mentions for me. I had considered briefly that another accomplice I would have been Tim Curry, just because he would terrify everyone.
Very good.
One of my weapons that was an honorable mention was the Holy Hand Grenade from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And then I had also considered for a hideout, the Arctic lair from G.I. Joe, or coincidentally, since we had just talked about it, the Tom Hanks cave from Castaway.
Nice. Nice.
Jay might be going there in a submarine.
I will indeed. I
did mine.
Oh, John, you have yours.
I did mine as different heists. So I did the Back to the Future heist with you guys. Then I also did the Bruce Wayne heist, and that's where you get Bruce Wayne, you get the bat suit as your weapon, Batmobile as your car, and then the Batcave as your hideout. The Bruce Wayne heist.
Nice.
And then I did the Robin Hood heist. That's where you get Robin Hood. You get bows and arrows as your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You get the horse and buggy as your getaway car. And you go live on the outskirts of Nottingham as your hideout.
They'll never get you. They'll
never get you.
They're afraid of that forest.
That's right.
Do you by chance have one called the Pete Davidson heist? I'd really like to know the elements of that one.
No, but I'll work on it.
This is a family podcast, Michael. We can't discuss that one.
All right. Well, similar to John, I kind of was trying to piece it together. So, depending on what I had to take, if I had to take the Dark Star prototype jet from Top Gun 2, obviously I'm taking Pete Maverick Mitchell as my accomplice, and we'll have a nuclear warhead as our weapon. At that point, it could be any scenario I want. I could travel to Man Child, China. It's literally the Chinese Vegas. There's casinos everywhere, and it is known for its money laundering. So I thought that would be kind of fun. Another scenario.
I got a question for you.
Oh, please do.
We're going to China. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
On your nuke, are you just going to true lies it and point the jet at the bank for your nuke?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty much.
Pretty cool.
And if they don't give me the money, I'm going to blow everyone up. I just want to be clear. I don't care. I will murder this country. Anyways.
Okay.
Next up, let's see. I had a Black Hawk helicopter. And so if I'm going to have my Black Hawk, not an Apache helicopter, John. Now the Apache helicopter is a little more deadly, but it can't carry as much weight as the Black Hawk helicopter, which is why I need that. At that point, I'm going to have Ethan Hunt fly that with me. The weapon can be any number range of missiles and machine guns attached to the Black Hawk helicopter. And then we will fly that into Pennsylvania, which is the Amish culture. We will hide it. We will live a more simple life, and we will let them take us in. We will slowly progress to become Mennonite, so we can spend our money and get some of the nicer features of life, but not too nice. And we can pay people for new identification. That's our plan, me and Ethan Hunt.
There's no better place to launder your money than Amish country. You don't have to pay taxes. You know that cash is gold. It's a pretty solid place.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
You fit right in there too, Jay, with that beard. They probably think you're just one of them. You wear a plaid shirt and jeans, probably fit right in.
You might get kicked out once Tom Cruise starts going all Scientology on everyone, but
yeah.
Again, Ethan Hunt, not Tom Cruise. So yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, Ant, we appreciate you coming on to the show.
Heck yeah.
We had a blast. Can't wait to listen to the Wrestle Chat podcast, which you get to listen to even more now.
Yes.
How fantastic is that?
Amazing.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You got it.
Fantastic. Until next time, peace. We out of here.
Thanks for joining us today on the Man Child Chronicles. You can find us on your favorite social media platforms at the Man Child Chronicles. Don't forget to join us every Friday for a new episode. That's all for now. See you next time.